In my life, oh, I got joy, 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 welcome, 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 everyone. As you're tuning in tonight, go ahead and share this broadcast. Wherever you watch it from, share this broadcast. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to the Do It Anyway show. Today is Monday, and we're tuning in from the DMV area. Um, I want to say that thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. I want to say we appreciate you. Those of you who are jumping on this Monday, I don't know which state you are, which country or which area or which wherever you are, invite someone to be blessed tonight as you're tuning in to the Do It Anyway show. You know how we do it. We faced it, we show up and be intentional. One of the reasons for this show is that to get over your procrastination, to get over your fear, to push you to get to the next level in life, to prompt you know that you are more than enough, to prompt you to know that you got what it takes. Do it anyway, show allow you to take action in every situation in your life, right? Many a times we sit on things that was not productive. We're sitting on things that is not bringing value to your life. So one of the thing is for this show and for you and I that who is tuning in, for you and I that who is listening, for you and I is getting communicative in this season, right? Is to push you behind your uncomfortableness. Sometimes, you don't have that push, you don't have that encouragement, you don't have somebody to speak into your life to elevate you to the next level. Do it anyway should allow you to take action by believe in yourself that yes, I can do all things and everything is possible because what? Christ lives in you and he lives so forever. So as you're jumping on tonight, please invite someone so someone can be blessed. We're tuning on YouTube and Facebook and other platforms as well. So as you're joining in, invite someone and let me know where you're watching from. This is not a conversation with myself, but it's a conversation with me and you. Are you agreeing that? You see, we're not judgmental, but we are here to communicate with each other. We're here to have a commute, right? So do it anyway. Sure, it's not about me, it's about us. It's we, because we are one. So every Monday we have the Do It Anyway show where it comes up with different topics. Some of you are probably wondering, Do It Anyway show, what is it? I mean, you look at it like But Do It Anyway show is to elevate you, to get over some things that you were dealing with in your life, to come out of your uncomfort, know that everything is possible. Yeah, everything is possible, that you cannot lean on your own understanding, but believing by having faith and walk into it. You got everything that you need to walk into it. So today we're going to talk about overcoming loneliness. I'm gonna talk about overcoming loneliness. I'm not going to invite people to this show right now, as I was before, because it's by divine instruction. Those who are led by the Spirit, I gotta lead in everything that I do. I gotta hear God, and I gotta take action on what He tell me to do. Okay. So we're gonna talk about tonight. I'm gonna be talking about overcoming loneliness. Um, First of all, we're gonna look at the definitions of loneliness. Many people have their own definition of loneliness. Many people have the definition of loneliness, but we're going to look at what's the meaning of loneliness. Okay, loneliness, feeling sad and unhappy, being social isolated. Let me say that again, because sometimes we have our own thoughts locked up. We have our own thinking locked up. We have our own stuff locked up in our mind, right? But when you look at the word loneliness, what comes to your thoughts? What comes to your mind? Loneliness. Somebody, wherever you're watching from, can you type loneliness in the chat? Type loneliness in the chat, in the comment box. And I'm going to repeat that once more. What is the definition for loneliness? Loneliness is sad, unhappy, or being socially isolated. You can be isolated, physical or spiritual. What I mean by that, many times you hear somebody say that, no, I don't want to go anywhere. Oh, I don't want to do anything. Oh, I'm just going to be by myself. I don't want to associate. Sometimes it's because how they've been brought up. Sometimes it's because of the state of mind, their thoughts, what come. You see, your mind is the biggest thing in your life, that we have to control our mind and our thoughts. Let's look at ourselves. Many of us are deal with many issues in our lives. Many of them are childhood issues, abandonment. We deal with rapism. We deal with depression, dementia, right? Intoxication. Many of these are being packed inside because the way we were brought up, and it has channeled our mind to a state that we think that this is our mind was created. Your mind has been programmed for such a thing. So what did I say? Loneliness is isolation. You isolate yourself from things that you need to activate, right? You isolate yourself from things that you need to activate, from things that you need to enjoy, because you don't want to get in trouble. You don't want to communicate with other people, so you isolate yourself. But you don't know that person might be beneficial to your life. You isolate yourself. No, um, um, you're causing sickness to yourself. You hide yourself from what you need to give birth to. You hide yourself from what you need to transform from. Sometimes when loneliness can cause you to fall in a place of anxiety and fear. The reason why this happened because you have not come to love yourself. You have not come to know who you are. You have not come to understand where you belong. People who face loneliness, the people that will face loneliness is because they don't understand who they really are. They have not yet get over the past. They have not yet come to love themselves. They have not yet come to know their true identity. I'm going to share some tips that how you can get over your loneliness. You can get over your loneliness by doing something that you love. First, you must love yourself. You must come to understand you. You must come to understand what makes you laugh, what makes you sad, what makes you happy. Many of time, people like to be alone because they're not yet comfortable in their own self. They have not yet to come to understand who they are. Many people have not overcome their loneliness because they have not yet shared their story. Many people are afraid to share what is inside and what is going on within them. They have been locked up. So the fact that because they have been locked up, loneliness has taken their happiness, their joy, their peace, their love. What do you like to do? Do you understand? Do you come to the place to understand what you like to do, what you love to do? Or you feel like, no, I don't need to do anything. I just need to stay to myself. So being alone and isolate yourself from many things can cause depression, can cause trauma, can cause so much emotion in your body. Because guess what? You have not come to know yourself. You not get comfortable in who you really are. For you to overcome loneliness, you have to hang out with the people who have the same niche, who have the same thing that is going on with you, who have the same purpose, who have the same destiny, who have the same idea. For you to overcome your loneliness, you must change your thoughts and you must change your thinking. Many of us are familiar with what we used to. Because you grow up and you've been taught this is way how you're supposed to do things. Bob Proctor taught us about changing the paradigm. You have to shift the paradigm, the way you think. You must shift the way you think. Many of us are still old school. We have been locked up in our mind. We've been locked up in mind because guess what? They have been programmed your mind in such a degree that you don't see the value of changing it. You don't understand that you have the power in you to change anything. Because your mind is the key to success. Your mind is the key to unlock many things in your life. Loneliness can also interfere with your daily activities. With your daily activities. Another form is that loneliness include situation variables such as physical isolation. Sometimes you isolate yourself that you get so depressed. Depression is one of the things that kills so many people. You isolate yourself so much that you don't want to go out and do the things that you love. You forget about who you are. You forget what you need to do because you isolate yourself from so many things. You have some people that are single and they are alone. I mean, they're alone because they don't know who they are. And you have some people that who is married and still alone. Why is that? Because they have not yet to understand who they are. They have not yet to come to love themselves. Why are you alone? Because you don't understand who you are. You don't understand your ups, your downs, what makes you laugh, what makes you can create so much because you have the capacity to create. You have the capacity to until you understand that you have the capacity to create. Being alone, being alone would not be a problem because you understand you. You're not feeling depressed being alone. You're not feeling sad being alone. In fact, you'll be so happy. What are some of the emotional loneliness? Loneliness is unpleasant. Emotional response to receive isolation, right? Loneliness is also described as a social pain, a physiology mechanism which motivate individuals to seek social connections, is often associated with the unwanted loss of connection and intimacy. So we have to control our mind and control our thoughts. Is our thoughts and is our thinking. So a man thinketh, so is he. So is he. So if you think in the right way, you'll be right. But if you think in the wrong way, hey, so a man thinketh, so is he. There are 10 powerful and effective ways to feel our resilience of the face of loneliness, right? Give yourself time to feel your full sadness. Get over it. Yes, I'm saying get over it like it's easy to get over your loneliness. If you're going through loneliness, like, oh, let's get over it, right? No, you must acknowledge that you're going through a loneliness experience and how to get over it. It's just accept it. You got to go to a place of acceptance. You must accept that you're going through a stage of loneliness, right? And you must acknowledge it. You must get help. Let it out of your head. No one can come inside your head and take all that loneliness out of you. It's in your mind, it's in your head. You're not really lonely, but it's in your thoughts. Reach out to someone if you're going through a stage of loneliness. Reach out to someone who's going to lift you up, who's going to encourage you when you're going through the time of loneliness. Open up about how you feel. Be generous. Be true to yourself. Many of time, many of us are not true to ourselves. When you're true to yourself, you are able to overcome many bridges. You're able to overcome many valleys. You're able to overcome many obstacles in your life. Be generous. Speak the truth. Many of the time we have so many things that is locked up. We have to release it so we can give birth to purpose and destiny. We have to release what is inside of us so we can get to the next level. Many of us are so ashamed of what they have been through or what they have gone through. But you don't need to be ashamed of it because it was in the past. Keep a gratitude journal. Write everything that you're going through in your journal. You get a book, get a journal, whatever you're going through, just write it in there. Write it down. Whatever comes to your mind, just write it down. And you practice self-compassion. Self-compassion, because they have been programmed your mind in such a way you think that you can't change it, but you have the power in your mind to change everything. Bob Proctor taught us when we was in his class about the power of the mind, right? The power of the mind, how you can channel your mind into whatever you want it to be, right? But because we have been programmed in such a way, we think that, oh, this is what my mom taught me, this is what my dad taught me, this is what it's be. No, begin to shift those paradigms, shift your thoughts, shift your thinking into where you need it to be, into where you need it to go. Loneliness is a place that you can change it. You can change it. It's not about you have to be with a friend, being a friend. You can be with a friend and you're still lonely. You can be with a friend and you're still lonely. It comes from within you. You have to start within you. We got to take out these junks. Many a times we have a lot of junk in us. Father, mama drama, home drama, many things that we have passed through, the storms of life. We have not let it go. We not let go of that thing that disturbed us in the past. May you grow up in a poverty home. You didn't have food. Your dad was bickering and gippering at you. Your mom was bickering and gippering at you all the time. You felt that you're not worthy. You felt that you're not qualified. You felt that you're the child in the house that is doing everything. You are the son that's in the house that's doing everything, and you're not getting the love from your parents. Especially many of us who came from out of the country to come as a diaspora people, right? We didn't get the love and the compassion that we need. So we have things that is locked up. You might say, no, it's okay. Many of the time we say just brush it off and go. But sometimes because of your reaction, and how you react, you can tell that you got some things that are locked up in there that need to pour out. You don't need to be ashamed. When you get those things out of you, when you pour those things out of you, when you get those things out of you, you will not be alone. Now it's easy for you to communicate with others. It's easy for you to enjoy, because many a times some people are still lonely. They're drinking, they're partying, but they're lonely. They're so lonely. They have about, hey, I'm in Dubai, I'm in here. No, they're lonely because what? They're trying to fill a vacuum with the wrong thing. So you must know who you are. You must know who you serve. You must understand you. And many a time, many people don't know. When you isolate yourself, When the loneliness comes to your mind, you got to know how to overcome it. You have to speak to it. Says, I'm so lonely. We have this type of people say, oh, I'm so lonely. I'm lonely. I'm this, I'm that. I'm saying, being single doesn't mean that you're lonely. If you know who you are, if you understand you. If you don't understand you, will always be lonely. These are some tips I'm going to share. Stop comparing yourself with other people. Overcome your loneliness. Stop comparing yourself with other people. Work on your goals. Get yourself busy. Change your perspective. Invest in your relationship. Invest in you. Take time for yourself. Focus on the benefit. Develop yourself. Try to meet new people, because sometimes the people around you, sometimes that is not always the type of people that you need to, what I'm saying. So try to meet some new people. Okay, I'm gonna stop right here. So overcoming your loneliness. Have a goal in mind. What makes me happy? What do I want to do? Can I make a difference? How can I make a difference? Do I have what it takes? Do you have a plan? And what is your plan? How long I'm going to complete that plan? How many days? How many weeks? How many hours? How I'm going to strategize? So these are some questions that we need to ask ourselves. You want to overcome loneliness. Because I'm not lonely. You got those ignorant people. I'm not lonely. No, you lonely. No, you lonely. No, I'm a lonely. No, I'm in LA. I'm going to Dubai. No. You ignorant. You lonely because you have not yet get over some things that you need to get over with. You still need to embrace it. And that is one of the things that a lot of people don't understand, is that they're locked up in their own self. They're locked up in their own mind. They're locked up in their own thoughts. They're afraid to share the story. They're afraid to embrace it. Many people are so afraid to share their story because guess what? People going to judge you. You might say, oh, people going to talk about me. The truth is, whether you do good or you do bad, people are going to talk about you there. People always got something to say. But one thing I know, you stand up for what you're on for. You stand up for what you on for, not what everybody's saying. Because the truth is, at the end of the day, it boils down to you. So I'm going to run it up right here. So overcoming your loneliness. There are many things to say about overcoming loneliness, but I'm just going to leave it like that. But the main part is that understand you, share your story, tell that deep thing inside of you, get it out, get it out of you, bring it out of you, breathe. They have a song say, fly like a bird of our land. I don't know where my home is. I know where that song came from, but that just came into my spirit. Um, yeah. So be comfortable with you, love you, cherish you, value you. If you value you, then everything else follows. Okay. So this is Apostle Anna Mafo. I want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for stopping by to the Do It Anyway show. Thank you for stopping by to the Do It Anyway show. And I want to say thank you so much. You could check out my website, www.anamafo.com, my website, if you want to get contact with me. If you want a one-on-one with me. Also, a registration is open for if you want to understand purpose. Registration is open for understanding your purpose. You can register through my website as well. And you can follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, you name it, all social media platform. And your life will never be the same. Joy, 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 joy. I want to say thank you for tuning in to the Do It Anyway show. Tuning in here on Monday again. See you on Monday around the same time. And as the spirit leads, that's I follow. And tomorrow we have the word. Tomorrow, tune in for the word on Hannah Mafu Ministry. And God bless you so much. Tuning in. I'm coming on tomorrow around the same time with the word. God bless you. You have a wonderful day. Shalom. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Shalom.